G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_Gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So for today's video here, we're going to be going through the units that I would love to see get representation for the Worldwide Download Celebration Part 1 as banner units. So we know that we are getting the Dokkan Fest, Goku, Trunks and Gohan. They're going to get a banner unit, and these are the ones who I'd love to see. So I am ranking them from 1 to 6. I'll talk about their kit, what I'd like to see them doing, and these are in order. So let me know down below what you would like to see as the banner unit for part 1. I think I've got some nice options here with some new named characters sort of sprinkled through as well. So starting off with number 1, we've got the Paragus. So as you can see from this image I've taken from the wiki, Paragus is going to be a new named character essentially. Like, you can't use the SSR there or the SR. So I think Paragus would really fit well in that regard. He's not the type of unit that's going to get a Dokkan Fest. So being a banner unit now would be a really easy way to get him some representation. In terms of a Paragus kit, I'd love to see Pure Saiyan support. I know that we did just get the AGL King Vegeta during the Saiyan Day celebration, but the more supports you have available, the better. You could say support, or you could swap it out for orb changing. That's really interchangeable. And then to sort of keep in line with his character, I thought the ability to dodge would be pretty relevant on a kit for him. I know dodging supports are definitely my favourite, so I'm very biased towards pointing units like that. But the way that he pretty much just avoids contact for the movie until Broly crushes him, I think dodge would probably be a fitting ability for him to have. And then I also have the super nullification / counter. Now that's not an ability that we generally get on banner units, and realistically it's an ability that a lot of just hasn't been handed out regularly. But I think it would be fitting to have, say, Paragus getting attacked by a super, and then you have Broly steam in and either take the super or sort of key blast the enemy, and that's sort of your nullifier / counter. So I think by building those three together, obviously he's going to have stats. In this day and age, you pretty much need some type of defensive capability, being dodge, damage reduction, guard. So I think dodge would be really fitting for this Paragus, and this would help the extreme side of the game. Paragus in the SR there, I did have a look, he is only Pure Saiyan's Revenge, but we could easily get him on Space Traveling Warriors, Inhuman Deeds. I think they could really buff out his categories there. So that's option number 1. Number 2 is a new named character. So unfortunate picture to use for them here, but it would be a Super Saiyan Gohan Youth and Super Saiyan Trunks. So you can see we do have a Trunks and Gohan unit, but it is the future Gohan with Youth Trunks. So changes up a little bit there. In terms of their kit, I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to go with there. I sort of thought maybe a hybrid Saiyan and or Super Saiyan support would work pretty well. If you look at a unit like that, they're going to be on movie heroes, they're going to be on hybrids, joined forces, Super Saiyan. They would Trunks, unfortunately, at this point isn't really a bond of parent and child, I don't think. So wouldn't be there. So hybrids and Super Saiyan were probably the two team that I thought support would really apply to. And then a lot of these Gohans and Trunkses do have stuns, so I figured we'd probably continue on with that sort of theme there. I haven't listed a defensive capability. Honestly, as long as they got some form of guard, dodge, or damage reduction, you really wouldn't be complaining. But I thought the ability to have a new named character, being a Super Saiyan unit, they're going to have a really good link set too, so that would really help them operating as a floating support there. And by being a 2-category support, it would give them usability in something like movie heroes. Imagine you're on movie heroes and you've got these guys floating, and you're picking it up, like Beast Gohan's getting it, you're also getting, and then you're getting it to, I don't know, something like the Super Saiyan trailer. I think that would work really, really effectively there. So that's option number 2. Number 3, it is a Super Saiyan Vegeta and Super Saiyan Trunks. So again, another new named character, and I really do like the theme of that because it's could potentially be difficult to get that representation later on through a Dokkan Fest or through an LR. So I think Super Saiyan Vegeta and Trunks, you can see at the moment we've got Super Trunks slash Super Vegeta, so that's a free to play unit. And then we've got Blue Vegeta and Super Saiyan Trunks Future. So as I said, new named unit, and I've just grabbed the picture from the movie here because I did recently rewatch the movie of where Vegeta's gone Super Saiyan. He turbos in, and Trunks gets real happy about it and jumps in to help him blast Broly, and then they both get poleaxed. But still, I thought that would definitely be a pretty cool unit to have there. We've got for the support again. I've listed two. I think either the way to go is multiple turn support, like the Android 18 and Krillin, the superheroes, or the multiple category support. And I don't think 2 is even being overly greedy, because you look at units like the Angels that we've got who provide multiple turns, multiple category support. I think it's definitely very doable. So this character, I'd be going for a Vegeta family support to start us off. Vegeta family's not very good, unfortunately. We do have a really good leader for the category, though, with the Tech Vegeta. So bringing in a good support class unit like this would really help. Potentially, even if we were able to be like a physical Kid Goku style support, where it is damage reduction support if we're able to obtain, I don't know, 5 key spheres or something. So that would be really effective, and because Vegeta family isn't the best category, as I said, you could also complement that with some movie hero support. Now we do have a lot of movie hero units that provide support, but a new one with a link set like Vegeta and Trunks, I think would be very, very effective. Much like the Gohan and Trunks, they would have a really solid link set. I mean, you can use the int Vegeta and Trunks as reference for that. And then for their defensive capability, I did give them damage reduction. Trunks has been getting the life beaten out of him up to this point in the movie, so he keeps bouncing back. We'll give him that there. The next is a redo. So pretty much we've got the AGL Super Saiyan Gohan here. As you can see, he is the third one down on the left there. This Gohan is pretty solid. He is a 70% dodge unit if you do have him on a Movie Heroes or Super Saiyan team, but what he does lack is stats. So my idea for this one is literally just remake him the exact same, except give him bigger numbers, give him that big support. Feel like they could easily limit that to a category, and I don't think that would be the end of the world, whether that be Movie Heroes, Super Saiyan, Earthbred Fighters, something along those lines. I think it would be really effective. I know we look at the other Super Saiyan Gohans here, there isn't really much to compete with in terms of spots, so having this Gohan come in and be relevant would be really, really effective, and keep up the dodge. Something like an STR Dispo type of build would be really, really cool, where you got the base of 70%, and then maybe with each super that you do in a turn, you get an additional 10% or something. I think Gohan would be a pretty good choice as a banner unit. So the one that we've got is another redo, and it's for Piccolo, and just Piccolo. I did see people saying like a Piccolo and Vegeta, but I just didn't like how the categories would sit with that. So as you can see on the right hand side here, we do have a lot of Piccolos, but you look at them and they are not relevant at the moment. You can still run the STR First movie Cooler Piccolo, and he is he's solid on a movie boss's team because he gets the damage reduction. He provides support, but that's sort of where it ends there in terms of Piccolos. You got the Scouter with the physical Piccolo Kami, but very, very limited options here. So what I'd like to see them do is make an exact remake of that STR Piccolo from Worldwide 2 years ago, which feels pretty crazy to say. For him, instead of being just a straight superclass support, we could limit that, and I'd love to see another Earthbred Fighters support unit. So in terms of Earthbred Fighters, feel like we've got like Bulma who comes to mind, and then I guess we do have Roshi, but he's not out on global yet. So I think a support would be really valuable to the team, especially if we do get a new leader for the category during the celebration. Um, Imagine the physical Trunks, Goku, and Gohan, and then this guy comes along as a big support unit. And just on the end there, I've chucked on Rainbow Orb changing. Always a really valuable asset to have on the team. And then the last option here, which is a bit of a curveball, but it is a Super Saiyan Vegeta. So as you can see on the right hand side here, we actually don't really have a Super Saiyan Vegeta that you want to run at the moment. Now, the Tech Vegeta is a transformation into Super Saiyan Vegeta, so we don't have to worry about sharing a name there. We've got the Tech Battle of Gods Vegeta. You can see his SR there, and then into the TUR, but unfortunately, at this point, he has aged out where his guard just isn't enough defensively for him. So, what I thought would be pretty cool is if they went back to the Sleepy Beerus style of mold. So, this Vegeta, he wouldn't have the ability to attack, which would sort of fit with the character in the show, where he like doesn't jump in the fight until the very end of it. But what we could give him is like the ability to get to 90% damage reduction. Sort of like with the AG Algerian where you get him the orbs required, you can get him to 100%. Do that with this Vegeta. Let him orb change while he is in that period, so it does make it easy to get him to that 90%. That could give him a lot of slot 1 usability, and orb changing is always really valuable for the rest of the rotation too. And then after a certain amount of turns, I've written 4 here, but that could easily be 5 or 6. He then becomes a big old offensive powerhouse, with the ability to perform multiple supers, crits, and that sort of is the makeup period for the first couple of turns where Vegeta isn't able to do any damage. So I thought that would be a really fun type of build. Slot 1 units always have extremely large amount of usability. So yeah, a Vegeta that could do that would be pretty sick, especially when you think about you could run him on the Tech Vegeta team, and let Tech Vegeta build up in slot 2 before getting hit as well would be pretty fire. But there you go, guys. That's my 6 units that I would love to see as banner units for part 1 of the celebration. As I said earlier, let me know down below who you're looking forward to or you would like to be the banner unit. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.